Hey, what's up, fam? Today we're going to be talking about Udimi solo ads, how to find a good vendor on that platform to get paid traffic to your landing page. Stay tuned. All right, guys, now on with the video. We're going to talk today about using Udimi solo ads and how to pick the right solo ad vendor. All right, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give me a like, give me some comments, let me know what you like, what you don't like, would like to see in the future, and we'll make that happen. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments and I will reply. I'll either reply with a question or an answer to the question or a video following up with an answer to that question. All right, so let's go ahead and move on with today's video. So what I wanted to do is do something on how to pick the right solo ad vendor with using Udimi. I know a lot of people, especially coming into the scene at the very beginning, it's very hard to get free traffic to click on your link, right? So, I mean, you work all day just to get 5 leads, or go to Facebook groups and get 50 leads and maybe get one out of it. So it's very hard to get that momentum at the beginning. So what you want to do is you want to build an email list, because it's all about the follow up. It's on the back end of your sales, right? So the easiest way to do that is to get solo ads, to get somebody to use their list. You pay them for so many clicks to click on to opt into your offer. So you get an audience that you can send emails to and start building trust and rapport with. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the tips and stuff that I'm going to share with you about Udimi solo ads. So the first thing is finding a vendor. So if you go over here to Udimi solo ads, it's udemy.com. I'll drop a link down in the description. If you don't have an account, just sign up with an account. The link that I have in the description isn't my affiliate link, so I will get a little bit of commission. So I'd appreciate it if you do use that link. But if not, no hard feelings. Uh, Solo ads are really easy to do and they're really easy to screw up. So one thing we look for is, when you're looking for a vendor, you look for a vendor that has sales in their testimonials and reviews, right? You want them to have an over delivery rate, an average opt-in rate in their testimonials. So what I mean by this is you'll go through testimonials and you'll see people saying, oh, I got 30% or 40% opt-in rate from your traffic, so it was really good. You want tier 1 traffic, which is US, Canada, Australia, UK. Primarily you want that kind of traffic because those countries are people that have money, right? So I have nothing against any other countries. It's just these countries tend to convert a lot better than any tier 2 traffic. So another thing that is important to do is message your vendor asking about their niche and sub niche. So a lot of times you can message any of your vendors, right? So you want to make sure if you're in affiliate marketing, that they're doing affiliate marketing, they're doing business opportunities, or whatever your niche is, right? So most of the people on Udemy are in the online marketing, affiliate marketing, business opportunity niche. So but it's nice to see what they say about their niche. You want to make sure you're sending your offer to the right email list, right? So, and you also, when you send them this message, you can also ask them if they guarantee an opt-in rate. So a lot of vendors will guarantee you that, say, we'll guarantee you a 20% opt-in rate on your purchase, or we'll give you your money back, or we'll rerun your campaign for you. That's just something good to ask, because not many people are upfront about it, but if you ask, they will guarantee it. All right, so I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to come back to this slide in a minute. I just wanted to go through. So up here, you have your options you can filter out. So these are filters for searching to find sellers uh, on Udemy, right? So solo ad vendors, whether you want your campaign in 14 days, 48 days, whatever it is, right? So let's say we want 48 hours, we want to run a campaign. So we want at least somebody that has at least 50 visitors. So we want to start small. Maybe if you can't afford 100, start with 50. I always say a minimum of 35 cents. You do not want to pick anybody under 35 cents. So I always say a minimum of 35 cents to 95 cents, right? So I like to pick in between that. So I'm usually in like the 50 cent, 60 cent range. They're usually decent conversions with that range. So the lower you get what you pay for, right? So you get crappier traffic, you'll get crappier leads. This shows if the seller is online or not. That doesn't really matter because you can send them a message and they will reply. Unless you're in a real hurry and you want to get something out really quick. This here is how many sales that vendor is getting. So I usually select this to be, 20%. You can always go 30%, like I have here, and it'll filter through and give you a list of the sellers with 30%. But 20% is a good one to select because that's a good opt-in rate. If you get 20% sales on your front end, that's really good anyways. This is your likes, right? So I always try to get somebody with about 200, but I don't want to get somebody with like thousands because I don't want to get into somebody's traffic that's very saturated, right? I'm trying to get somebody that's a diamond in the rough here, right? So I always try to get 200, and I look between 200 and 700, and I usually pick in that range. So we're going to scroll down through here and just look at a couple different options, right? He's got high quality traffic, grab them before 12,000 clicks per day. 65%, 27%. This one looks like maybe a decent one. Let's click in there and scroll down. And you start seeing reviews, right? So you can automatically go to the bad reviews, but out of 273, only 5 of them, 87% top tier, about 100 clicks, only 9 signups. So that's pretty damn good. So this is somebody that doesn't know anything about solo ads. So it could be the offer shit or something like that, right? So we want to come through here and we say, okay, we want to look at the good reviews and the most recent reviews. So this one was the 20th, fast 10% over delivery. There's the over delivery that I was saying back on this screen, right? Over delivery rate. You want to see if there's any sales, and you want to see an opt-in rate. So did not get any opt-ins or sales, only 79 unique visitors. So he either had a really, or she had a really crappy offer, great swap, 110% delivery, 92% top tier, and 50% opt-in rate. 0 sales. You won't get many sales on your front end. That's something that we're going to talk about here in a few minutes. I probably wouldn't pick this seller. He could be a good one, but this seller here, 49 cents, 49 cents. 80 cents. This one has a 50, but he's got 981 likes with no dislikes. Let's see what awesome seller, high quality, 62% opt-ins on this run will surely be back. So you can see like this guy has probably got a decent list, right? So you just got to read reviews and pick somebody that really is someone that you feel comfortable promoting your opt-in. And you want to start small, right? So join vendors email list to see what they send out and see if it fits your niche. So you can always ask the vendor if you can join their email list so you can see what offers they're sending out and see if the offer actually even fits your niche. Some vendors don't like to do this, but some they have nothing against it. Start small and scale if you get good results, right? So like I said, you can start 50 clicks, measure that. Okay, if you got a decent opt-in rate, maybe scale it to 100 or 200 and see what you get, right? So you always want to start small and scale big, because if you start small, then you'll know if something's working. If it's not working, then you backtrack and change something to start again, and you keep starting at the small number. And if once you hit something, you start to scale it back up. You got to know your numbers. That's very important, and you can track using Bitly. Bitly is a URL shortener, and it tracks and lets you know where your traffic's coming from. So it'll tell you where your traffic's come from as far as country, and it'll give you how many clicks or people are clicking on that uh, link that you put into your uh, Udemy solo ads. All right, and again, I always like to have at least a 35-cent minimum, but I like to be up in the 50-cent range myself. So we're going to move on to the next slide here, and this is having a good converting opt-in page. So you can have the best solo ad provider in the world, but if you have a shitty opt-in page and it doesn't convert, then it's not going to be any good, right? So you want to keep it really simple and have a good offer, right? So you want a landing page that's nice and clean, either all white or all black. I've seen some of the best opt-in pages be all white with black text and a red button, right? So it can be as simple as having a header that says how to make $200 a day using nothing but Facebook free traffic. So you could have that in there, and then have a name, email field, and then get access now, right button. And people will click that and to see what's in this offer, right? So they want to know how to make $200 a day using nothing but Facebook free traffic. I mean, you can do this several different ways. You can, how to make $3,429 a day. Click here, or whatever it is. It's got to be a catchy line, and you got to tell them, be specific with what they're getting. Like in here, they're making $200 a day using nothing but Facebook free traffic. So it's telling them exactly what they're getting. And then the offer is going to have to allow them to earn $200 a day using Facebook free traffic. All right, so aim for 35% plus. If lower, then start using split testing to figure out what works. So when I say 35% plus, and that means opt in on your landing page, right? So that's how many people are coming to your landing page and how many people are actually entering their name and email and clicking get access, right? So 35% is kind of high. I mean, I like to try to get to 35%. I mean, if you're getting 20%, and you're getting a couple sales or sales on your back end, then that's a decent opt-in page. That's why it's important to do split testing. Split testing is using two different landing pages, maybe with a different header, and see which one converts the best, right? And then you pick which one converts the best. So it may be as easy as like how to make $2,000 a day using, and it may be a better converter. So who knows? You got to play with those things. So the next thing is on your Udemy, when you place a Udemy ad, you give them a link. So this would be your bit.ly link. And then you would give the seller an option to send it earlier than scheduled if you would like it. You can select only top tier, right? And I like to go with no mobile because the reason why is usually when somebody's sitting in front of their computer, they have their wallet, everything's available. Where if you're on their phone, you don't really want to purchase anything right that second. So I like to select no mobile on mine. And if you have text, you can write your own email because you know your email. But that's why it's important to email your solo ad provider, because if you don't email your solo ad provider before and ask them, what's your niche? Do you think this offer is decent? Do you think I should write my own text? Usually that solo ad vendor knows his list and knows how to write to his list, so it's probably best to just let him write the email. All right, so next we're going to go to the follow-up. This is the most important part of your campaign, right? So after you add this to the cart and you purchase it, you'll have solos. So I have a solo going in a few minutes, and your solo will actually take off and move forward, right? So as soon as they start getting click opt-ins, you want them to start getting emails from you, right? So if they didn't buy on the front end, you want them to buy on the back end. So I usually have at least a 7-day email sequence that I send out to people clicking on one of my opt-in pages. And what this does is it helps you build trust, rapport, and relationship with your audience. So keep in mind the 80-20 rule, the one I always speak of, the 80% value, 20% promotion, right? Jab, jab, right hook, Gary V approach. All right, so keep that in mind. You'll most likely won't make any sales on your front end of your offer. Like I said, it's hard to get any sales right away because a lot of people, they need to see, they don't trust you yet, right? So they need to see something from you. They need to see that you're a real person. They need to see that you're providing value and you have something to offer, right? So they're not going to most likely click and buy something right initially as soon as they opt in. Some people will, some people won't. Most people won't. Most people don't understand this and expect to make profit right away. So they'll buy solo ads and they'll be like, I just bought 200 clicks and I didn't get no sales. Well, you may get some sales in the next 7 days after you send out some follow-ups, right? You introduce yourself, you let them know who you are, you let them know that you're you're giving value and you're somebody that they want to work with and they want to buy from. After you send out your follow-up series, this allows you to build your list and you get to promote to this list in the future. So not only are you building a list that you can send emails to try to get to buy this offer, but you also have a list that you can send emails to later on when you have other promotions, right? So you want to keep growing your list, and Udemy solo ads is one way to do that, right? So, I mean, it's really just trying to get into Udemy and learning how to use the platform, right? So hopefully you got some value out of this video. Again, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, give me some comments, let me know what you like, what you don't like, would like to see in the future, and I will make that happen. If you like to sign up for Udemy, there will be a link in the description. There will also be a link in the description for my #1 platform to earn money and my #1 platform to use for internet marketing. All right, so peace out, have a good day, and I will see you on the next video.